Good morning everybody, or good evening to my UK audience, hope you're all well. Okay, so 5 things to know about Revelstoke. Let's start with the number 5 because that's how many lifts there are at Revelstoke Mountain Resort. We first of all have the Revelation Gondola, the bubble lift, which I'm on right now. That counts as 2 lifts because at the middle station you have to get out and get on the next one to be able to access the top. A bit of a funny one, but it's the way it is. At the moment you can only access and ski the terrain above the top of the Revelation Gondola. So to do that you have to use the 3 remaining chairlifts. We've got the Stella chair, we've got the Ripper chair, and then we've got the Stoke that takes you all the way to the top. Now that can be quite surprising for especially our people who like to ski in Europe, where you have so many different lift systems. To have only that many, like 4 or 5 lifts, it's not a lot, but it's the terrain that you get to access, the amount of snow that comes and everything with it. Next, let's talk average snowfall. Okay, so Revelstoke gets, on average, 10.5 metres of snow each winter. That's a staggering amount of snow. Just to put that into context with somewhere like Europe, most of the resorts, the high resorts, get anywhere between about 2.5 to 3.5 metres. I think I'm developing a bit of an addiction for ski areas with lots of average snowfall. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that we get that full 10.5 metres for this winter. Let's talk about the terrain here at Revelstoke. I've just pulled up skiresort.info, and Revelstoke Mountain Resort is a medium-sized ski resort. It stretches across 2 bowls. It has a total of 55 kilometres in slope length, so that's the total that you can ski on the piste. The base of the resort is at 512 metres above sea level, going up to 2,225 metres. So that's an elevation of 1,713. Now, I know that doesn't sound like a lot in terms of the skiable piste, but what Revelstoke does have a lot of is trees. And when we do have the powder here, as you've already seen in the first couple of videos, there is some amazing, really fun and fast tree skiing that you can do here at Revelstoke. So here's a fun fact for you. Revelstoke was nearly not called Revelstoke at all. The first ever settlement here was owned by someone called Mr. Farwell, and as you know, or I've showed you guys, the town is built around the railway. Now Canada Pacific Rail, who are the major company that do all the railway, had a disagreement about the cost of doing business with Farwell, in Farwell. And so in the end they basically created a brand new town next to it with the help of a British financier called Lord Revelstoke, and that's where the name comes. So the final thing is that Revelstoke has the longest vertical in all of North America, which is a pretty significant achievement that makes it stand out above all the rest. And I haven't even begun to touch on the amount of backcountry terrain, its reputation as a massive heli skiing destination. But I've only been up on the mountain about 4 or 5 times, but I've been enjoying learning about Revelstoke, and I'm hoping to share that with you in the weeks to come. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. My question to you guys is what, if anything, do you know about Revelstoke? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, and if you haven't already guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with all future videos. Take care guys, and I'll see you in the next video.